Dating coaches are not real. There's no like
Bro, think about it, gang. Anybody telling you don't trust these hoes. All these hoes the same. Think about it, gang. You adopt that mindset, how you gonna fall in love? All right, man, welcome back to another video. Hope your day's going good. And in today's video, we got Myron's girlfriend exposes the worst receipts. Now, I don't know about y'all, but that boy Myron, special case. You know what I'm saying? I always said it. He was weird. I thought he was black, but I don't know because he speaks so much shit about black people. T-Raw.
I don't really know too much about Myron, but every time I see him, it's almost like he's trying to gauge a reaction from his fans, bro, by saying some wild shit.
Let's see.
Great. They give men a lot of confidence. They give men information, especially if it's attracting or approaching women. And there are many people on here that do it and do it very well. A lot of dating coaches have amassed a lot of attention and a lot of money for themselves. Some other people.
That's facts. I wonder if I should have been a dating coach. God damn it.
Dating coaches have a vested interest in you staying single. First of all,
Facts.
dating coaches are not real. There's no like
Bro, think about it, gang. Anybody telling you don't trust these hoes. All these hoes the same. Think about it, gang. You adopt that mindset, how you gonna fall in love?
Exactly.
That lady, boom. But you know what I mean, nigga.
school you go to or certification that you get. Everyone's experience is completely different. They're not on the date to like see someone's reaction, read their body language, things that you can do. Now, if you want to find a matchmaker, someone just to set you up with someone that's compatible, that's different. Still kind of weird.
It's a little weird as a man.
Dating coaches are not real, guys. They're a scam.
In this instance, the presenter is saying that dating coaches can't actually help you to a certain level because they're not there on the date with you. They can't actually coach your mistakes. But other people believe that dating coaches are simply just duplicitous. They tell their audience one thing while doing something completely different. And
Facts.
We've already seen this with quote unquote dating coaches.
Because bro, in every relationship, there's a give and take. To pretend that you can just take and never give back is crazy. Who the hell gonna sit around and tolerate that?
And another thing too, advice is always easier to give than to do it yourself.
Oh God, nigga, it's always easier to say it than to do it.
For sure.
Are red pill gurus such as Donovan Sharp. Donovan Sharp was making a lot of money selling courses telling people to not deal with single mothers, while at the same time
clapping up single moms.
He was clapping cheeks and married to a single
Notice
mom.
all of them. Damn.
And the most famous guys to be on the clock doing this is Fresh and Fit, especially Myron. Now, when it comes to Fresh CEO, he said that he slept with over 1,000 women.
Cap.
While Myron does something very similar.
I don't believe a nigga who, listen, any nigga that comes on camera and say I slept with 1,000 women, I don't believe you. Because you seem too pressed. You seem too pressed. Like, bro, I've slept with some women. And you see how I did that? I don't feel the need to tell you how much. It's whatever. I don't care. You know what I'm saying? Those women know who they are.
Teach you how to become a high value man and how to deal with women no matter how.
It's just kind of cringe to me. Like, at what age do we grow out of
you
this?
make yourself available as a woman.
I want to show
cheating.
you how much bitches I'm
That
sleeping
is cheating.
with.
Whether women want to accept it or not, you're not the ones going to approach the opposite gender. You make yourself available than the opposite.
I would think around 30.
30?
30 plus.
I think that should be a decent.
You feel me? That niggas will stop doing that, bro.
Bro, but I feel like we started at our late 20s. Like I reached 26.
Yeah.
Remember when I told you about the public interviews? I'm like,
yeah.
Get old.
I gave niggas some grace though. I gave them some grace.
Gender approaches you. When women get pretty for a reason, you get pretty, men approach you. That in itself is cheating because you're going out for the purpose of getting attention. Some girls sit there and say, oh no, I do it for myself. Okay, then dress up, wear makeup, and sit at home.
Now this advice is interesting. He's telling people on the podcast that making yourself pretty as a woman How this means that you will cheat and you shouldn't even worry about looking good. I mean, you're only looking good for the guy to come and talk to you. You should stay at home and put your makeup on there. Now, the issue with this is twofold. First of all, in my honest opinion, it shows a high level of insecurity. If a woman just wants to stay home and put on her makeup there,
not coming from
it's
O'Shea,
easy for her to make up a TikTok account and
O'Shea talking about insecurity,
a
boy.
Snapchat. I mean, she's gonna want to show the world that she looks good because that's kind of what people who are attractive want to do. They like.
Are you trying to infer something?
No, gang, leave it where it was.
Oh, okay.
Leave it where
I just had to clarify for the fans.
Showing the world how they look. And the second issue with that is exactly how you found her. Again, most of you guys understand this. You will go and see a chick that's dressed and provocative. I've known guys who go to the strip clubs and find chicks and they fall in love with them as they are. And then once you get with them, you want to try to change the person, but that's how you found them. Like if you didn't want the lady to look good or to show her body, well then why were you attracted to her? Why
when you found her,
get a female that was homely looking and didn't wear makeup and all of that? Well, the reason why you did
because he wasn't attracted to her. Sorry, O'Shea.
didn't want that because it wasn't attractive. So what you're asking women to do who are attractive is say, hey, you got me now, so now become unattractive. It's kind of like finding a guy who works out every day. And
I'm sorry, I'm not dating a mind block.
You stop working out every day and showing clothes that show your muscles. How would you feel as a man, right?
He's right, you know.
Now, let's talk about another issue that a lot of guys will have. Like, for example, I know a lot of dudes who don't like women who wear weaves or women who wear wigs. I don't necessarily like it either, but that's not a reason why I wouldn't get with somebody. Like if I found a woman wearing weaves or wigs, and if I get with her, I wouldn't try to make her stop it because it was okay for me to want to talk to her and get her phone number. But here's the issue. Myron is going to say something else that is pretty much insane.
When a woman really respects and admires a man, etc., everybody else is virtually invisible to her. She doesn't need to be in the club. She doesn't need to be consuming alcohol. Yeah. There's no reason for a woman to be at a club or a bar or any type of situation where there's the opposite gender there looking to when she has a man at home.
So in this clip, he says, if a woman respects a man, she doesn't need to be out at the club or at the bar, wherever the opposite gender is at. Like if she's in a relationship.
I want y'all to know, what woman are you going to find that's doing that? I don't know no woman in this reality that just immediately, because she loves you, she don't find nobody else attractive. We're human beings, bro. I had a girl that was madly in love with me and she would still talk about her celebrity crushes every once in a blue moon.
Yeah.
It's just who we are, bro. We've known motherfuckers before we knew the people we're with.
G-shit.
You know what I'm saying? You have to have a basis of what you're attracted to before you get out there.
Yeah.
Relationship. She
She
shouldn't be
can
at the
find
bar
them
trying to
attractive,
solicit
but that don't
somebody.
mean she got it
Like,
on it. Yeah.
You shouldn't be at the bar, but he did mention something interesting. The opposite gender is there, okay? So she shouldn't be there.
Like,
here's the problem with this.
Case in point. I'm sorry, I'm pausing a lot. But yo, listen, you know that one meme out there where they were getting married and the wife is like, oh, I gotta give up my dreams on Chris Brown? That right there, you getting cut off for.
Oh,
you can talk about Chris Brown when it's me and you in private and our little conversation, but you get on our wedding day and bring him back up. Oh yeah, baby.
Yeah, that's too OC.
We done.
Yeah.
We done.
Myron's girlfriend's Angie is always at the club and the bar with people of the opposite gender. Now, this is a hypocrisy as a dating coach. You're telling your audience not to do this, but the girlfriend, Angie, who's a Venezuelan immigrant, is doing the exact same thing. Now, let me just say this. If you want to keep your woman or your wife or your girlfriend from going places because the opposite gender is there, then okay, don't go to work. Don't go to the grocery store. Don't go to the mall. Don't go outside.
That's what I'm saying. Live inside.
Everywhere you go, there's going to be the opposite gender.
You're going to need a personal chef.
If a man is going to talk to your woman,
everything.
then he's going to talk to her. It's her job to tell the guy no. That's just pretty much it. But wait, it gets worse. Myron is going to tell his audience something very interesting again.
So you're saying you can never go out and have a guy's night and she can never go out and have a girl's night?
No, I can do whatever I want. She stays inside.
He says here, she can never go out, my girlfriend, and have a girl's night out. Although I can go and have a guy's night out. But
you see how crazy it is to tell the world this shit?
Let's just look.
What?
That is her having a girl's night out or whatever she's doing And then if you look at
Yeah,
a
I don't
certain
know.
point,
She's a
she's
wacky
actually
kinda
by
girl.
a guy in the video. There's a guy in the background. He's probably clapping the cheeks. Now, he just said earlier that, hey, she shouldn't go out because men are there.
I would keep
And
my comment to
obviously,
myself.
clearly, she's doing just that, which is a contradiction to what
Do y'all really think dude is clapping cheeks, bro? Look at the hand motions. That's all I'm gonna say.
he's talking about.
I didn't.
Now,
I
again,
stayed out of that
I
one.
don't have a problem how
Are
people
you
wanna
in
run
this,
their
nigga?
relationships, but if you're online
I'm pulling
selling
you back.
courses or trying to get guys to donate to your stuff, and you're telling a man what they should do, but your girlfriend is doing the direct opposite, like you're not serious. Let's go to the fourth one.
yeah.
I tell you, don't
I
go.
ain't gonna lie, Trent got a point. I ain't gonna lie. I didn't peep it before I went paid attention, but then after I seen the lip and the mouth and all that,
Come on, bro.
yeah.
Talking for no reason.
Club, you want to go to the club anyway and be okay. I tell you not to hang out with your friends. You hang out with them anyway.
Again, he says, I tell you not to go to the club with your
Why
three
didn't
or four
Myron just say,
friends,
bro,
but
was
you're doing it
probably-
anyway. I think he's talking about something in third person, right? Trying to teach him to a guy, right? But what do we find his girlfriend doing? Well, the B-roll shows something different. That's her with all of her friends.
Dang, he is alternative. There's no question about it now. The bandana, the style of how he's wrapping the bandana around his neck and his hand motions.
I don't think that's the same dude.
Nah, I think that same dude, but
Other dude look like light skin.
Again, another
He look
hypocrisy, hypocritical
Latino.
point from our guy Myron, telling you to do something that he's
Or
not
Caucasian.
willing to do. And this is the big issue, I think, with dating coaches. It's not that some of the advice is not good, because I think you can learn something from anybody. I mean, there's a lot of guys out here who have good game, and some guys have charm, or some guys teach you how to get your girlfriend back and no contact and all of that, and how to, you know, have attraction. I think nothing is wrong with those things. And hey, some of that stuff I learned from, even in my 40s. But the reality is that if you're presenting yourself as a guy on social media that has all the answers, and you're not doing it,
what?
oh my God, then I'm gonna have a
That's
problem.
crazy.
But wait, it gets worse.
That's why I tell you guys that you need to watch what she does. No girls' nights, no clubs, none of that.
He says here, watch what she does. No clubs, no girls' nights, no nothing. But what do we see? Obviously, the same thing. These are another contradictions that we've been seeing throughout the video. But this one is the worst.
She has a high body count. That's why she's mad.
Exactly, that's why she's mad.
Like, bro,
At least if you were preaching this bullshit, why didn't you just make sure your girl doesn't have a social media? She's not posting on social media. You can have your girls' night out, but just not on social media. Why didn't she do that? I don't get it. They're just short-sighted to think that the girl ain't gonna post on the
here's the
internet
thing.
right after they talk.
Whenever girls, okay, don't want to tell you what
Hey,
it
what they
is, that means
saying
it's
is
high.
low, bro.
Okay, typically when people hide things, it means there's shame there.
How you
Where does
doing?
that shame come from? It comes from
What
the
do you think of
reality
this?
that it is not
Body count
attractive
matters
to
or no?
have a high
Men and
body
women?
count. And women know this.
He's on the streets doing interviews, and he's telling people, hey, listen, you know, the reason why she doesn't want to talk about her
I
body
feel
count
so sorry for
is because
Walter. He
women are
just looks
embarrassed,
so
because if
out
it
of
was true,
place.
they didn't want to tell you because they've been getting
Just
tied up.
nigga with
Now,
shades
there
on,
is a
just trying to
situation where
stand
he's
around,
hanging
look
out
cool.
with Adrian Broner on the podcast, and
Damn.
the subject of body count comes in. Now, Angie, who's a Venezuelan migrant, was on the podcast before her and Myron started dating, something like that, right? And then the question of body count comes up, and then what do we see?
Dating status?
No, he said body
I'm
count.
single.
He said body count.
Yeah, I'm not gonna answer that.
She clearly says, no, I'm not going to answer. So again, you're telling guys that, hey, beware, if a woman doesn't want to answer the body count, she's a 304. And your girl is acting
Damn. That's crazy.
that, and she doesn't want to say it. Let me just say this, right?
He was
First of all,
actually
almost
right.
every woman
And then his
is
girl
going to
turned
be
around to
protective
do
of
the
body count.
same
I
thing.
never had that question.
I
never
actually
asked
agree
that
with
question, and really, I
You
don't.
agree with that,
Wanna know
bro?
why I don't care?
I don't
I'm
agree
never
with
gonna
that,
get.
bro.
I'm not. First of all, let me be real. I'm never asking a girl her body count. I don't ask that question. That's not a question I ask.
Facts.
But if it ever comes up just by chance, because she's either pressing me about it,
Yeah.
because I don't know if y'all know, but I actually have a clip out there where Melly Monaco, I was on a Melly Monaco live, and she was pressing me about my body count. And
Yeah.
I was like, bro, Melly, what the fuck? I did end up answering. So if y'all want to hear like a somewhat accurate range that was like 5-6 years ago about what my body count is. It's out there.
Yeah.
But you know what I'm saying? At the time, I didn't know how to maneuver that pressure.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Now I'm just throwing it back on the bit like, oh, so hold on. Before we had me, about you, I feel more comfortable answering if I hear yours.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And then if she can't answer that, oh, you just do like this to the camera. Oh!
This nigga dumb. This nigga dumb, bro.
The real number.
All right, let me say my piece, bro. Okay. Okay. The reason why I say she doesn't have to, because nobody has to do anything. She could have did what you did.
You're right.
What would be your response?
Not my response.
What would be your response then?
I'd be like, I would kind of know she's trolling me. You see what I'm saying? Like, I feel like everybody gives off a vibe of if they're trying to hide. You know if your girl's a hoe, bro. There's too many other red flags for you to just be focusing on this body count shit.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying?
That's why I say
it's like
the body count shit. It doesn't matter.
That's what I'm saying. It doesn't.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
But sometimes girls will push you into a corner where it does come up.
The bitch gonna lie anyways. What if she said 4?
I know it's a lie. I'm gonna times that by 3. Fuck.
Hey man, y'all
Did you think
just said the American Pie. They just said that on the
You're just not
American Pie.
You can ask it, she can say 1. You can ask her, she can say 2. Okay?
Times that shit by 3, y'all.
Are always
What?
gonna believe that whatever the number is,
It's funny because the girl said divide.
so it's really like 4.
She said divide.
And so many
She said
ladies have
divide.
probably messed
That
with so
means
many
times.
dudes. I don't know if they've lost count.
No, she
When
said
it comes to
for the
women,
dudes.
I don't even remember.
Oh,
Never
divide.
do body count. They say divided.
I'm
for
a
real?
graduate of
Yeah.
Clapperton
Divided
Tech
by
University.
3? All right.
Nah, I think she said divided by 2.
Divided by 2?
Yeah. Basically, what
All right, so I got 40. Y'all divided by 2.
We clap, we clap. right?
basically
I
what
can't
they
name
saying
all of them.
is, so
Sometimes I'm like,
really-
oh yeah, I did clap her cheek.
last time we gonna start. We gonna get back to the actual being another video. But the reason why they said that is saying niggas don't be having as many bodies as they say.
Of
They
course.
try to inflate it.
They try to do the inflation.
The females actually have more bodies and they try to hide it.
I'm trying to clear some. I'm trying to create some lure with the audience right now. I want them to not even know where my body count is. I'm trying to throw you all the way fuck off.
Yeah.
My body count 90. Buy that by 2.
That was good too. Let me call her back. Just kidding. I'm a born again Christian. It doesn't matter. Like honestly, what matters is she with you now, you with her now. Does she like you? Does she nice?
Niggas be
Can you
caring too
deal
much
with her
about
the
whether
good
they
and the bad,
perceive that they're
inconsistencies? Can
lying
you deal
about
with
their
it?
bodies
If it's to
or
the
not.
point where you can deal with it, then
I don't
okay,
care, bro.
go from there.
Facts.
All right, but obviously, I
Like
don't
to
think
lie
that she's a
about
3 or
something
4
like that,
because she doesn't
you
want to
got
talk about
more
her body
problems
count.
going on than
It's just none of your business,
just
right? I
sex,
mean,
bro.
that's just kind of what it is. But you're telling somebody not to do that, and she won't tell her body count, and you're still with her in a relationship. So what does this all mean?
I get why girls lie about their bodies, but when niggas lie about fucking
There's
some
a
shit,
speculation
you just sad,
from
bro.
certain YouTubers that this relationship is not
Literally,
real.
literally
I wanna
lived
give a
in
shout
your
out to
head.
Just Tree 411.
That's
And the
sad.
reason why is because she's the first person that said that she believes that Myron is living a DL life. Okay, he must be bi. Now, I'm not saying that this is true, but you can look at some of the pictures in the past of him in the bed with men.
Oh my
I don't have any
God.
proof, but let me just say this: she's saying that the relationship is not real.
Okay, this explains his hate for black men.
You can tell that he's whitewashed, bro.
It's crazy.
And if this relationship was real,
I don't think I'm
this
just saying
lady
it just to
is
say
the
it. Go back and look at the
opposite of
pictures he
everything
just
he
posted.
wants. Which means that this relationship, either he's completely hypocritical, or this guy is paying her to be in a relationship, and really, he might be either it's fake or his sexuality is something that is unknown. It's the only way you can explain it. Because why would you get with a woman?
I think, bro, it's pay. Oh my God, we cracked the code, bro. Paying, you paying, shorty. That's the only way it makes sense. Because if you was really actually putting it down on her, she mesmerized, boy. If she was really co-signing everything you was saying, and you putting that thing down. I'm talking about you putting that thing down. Yo, she would be all the way in, nigga. So I know this nigga ain't doing shit.
And bring her onto your podcast.
That's why she's not
that
doing
does the
that.
exact opposite, and you never criticize her for it. You've never called her a name. She's doing the same exact thing as the women that you go after every day on X. The only thing that I can just consider is it's either male on male clapping or it's a paid relationship. So guys, what do you think? It's your boy Shirley Jackson back at it again with another episode of The Celebrity Junk. I appreciate you for all you do. Subscribe to the bell.
Yeah, man. Good video by O'Shea. 21 minutes in. But I know this video funny. Y'all don't like this one? Y'all never gonna like it. Fuck out of here. I'm only looking for the niggas fucking with us. Real shit.
Yeah, man.
T-Raw, close this up.
I done said as much as I could on this video. I mean, I think we up out of heaven.
Good talk. Yeah, man. All right, y'all made it to the end of another video. I already know what it is, man. Love y'all. Great for y'all, man. We're gonna see y'all in the next one.